Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Living World of Darkness. Demon the Fallen. Today's episode opens to Thomas Kincaid in the wake of being made the new face of Before the Dawn. His initial excitement over the position has begun to fade. And now comes the planning. He doesn't know very much about the other demons that he has met within New York City. He doesn't know that much at all. He does know that there are several that are far more established than he is within the city. One such demon happens to be Daniel. Daniel has expressed something of an oddity to Thomas. And perhaps he has some advice that he'd be willing to give. So the first thing Thomas would do after waking up and going through his morning routine is to pick up the phone and call
The phone will ring a couple of times until you hear a click of it being picked up. You hear a little bit of ruffling and a little bit of mumbling. And it's like, what?
Daniel? It's Thomas.
Why do you call this early?
Early? It's 12 in the afternoon.
It's my day off. Let me sleep, dude. I just had a fucking night shift.
Oh, I'm sorry.
What do you need?
I need to talk. Something happened.
I saw in the newspaper.
Mm-hmm.
Would you mind if I catch 4 more hours of sleep and then we meet up at a place called the Brown Bear Pub? It's
Sure.
a bar.
Where is it?
He gives location. I think it's in Queens or Brooklyn. Those two. I think it's in Queens.
Sure. I'll be there.
Cool. 4 hours. Then I'll be awake.
Okay.
Dude.
So I assume Thomas would just go over, he'd be going over the contract from Before the Dawn. Just checking and double checking different areas of the limits of his new position. How he can possibly turn this around, benefit himself just a little bit more. When the 4-hour mark hits, he will head towards the Brown Bear Pub.
When he gets there, Daniel will be standing around putting a few drinks in the different cabinets. Oh, shit. No, fuck. It's not already out. Shit. I think it's new. Yeah.
Daniel.
Whoa. Oh. What's up, Thomas? I'm
Hey.
sorry. Come in.
Don't come in.
I'm sorry. I was asleep. I had an emergency night shift. That was not fun.
He'll hold up a hand. Don't worry about it.
Do you want something to drink?
Whiskey?
Whiskey. What kind?
You have any Woodford Reserve?
Let me check. Well, apparently we do. He'll pour one glass for him, for Thomas, and hand it over. He won't take anything himself.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Let's walk a little bit to the back. Follow me.
And he'll follow.
And they go to one of the back rooms of the pub. All right. Have a seat. Welcome. This is our bar. Pub, brother. Still getting used to this.
Hour? What does hour mean?
It's me and my wife's.
You're married?
Yeah.
Huh. I didn't know that. What's their name?
Goes by a few different names.
Fair enough. Is she... Are they... like us?
No. Well, no, no. She's, She is a magus.
Magus.
A mage in the war.
Interesting. And does she know? And he'll sort of wave a hand up and down.
Oh, yeah. Boy, she knows.
Oh.
Been here for 2 years, Thomas.
Hmm?
I've been here for 2 years, Thomas, so yeah. People know I exist, and I know people exist.
2 years. Wow. I haven't been around for 2 months. Which is probably why we need to talk. I'm still adjusting.
Mm-hmm.
But it doesn't mean that I don't have any plans. Some of those plans have advanced at a rate that I didn't think would happen. I thought my meeting with the mayor would be a donation, being able to rub elbows with a few individuals, and get my name established. But now I am apparently the face of one of the largest charity organizations in the city, state. I'm not very sure. I want to know.
I saw. That's, I guess.
I want to know, how can I use this to help people like us, people like your wife?
Hmm. Well, first thing,
Hmm.
first things first. I mean, how involved are you with the mayor?
I can barely hear you, Max.
First things first. How involved are you with the mayor?
How involved am I with the mayor? No. My organization was going to make a donation to the city. That donation has turned into a very large charity event, something of a block party. I do believe that I have the mayor's ear, if anything. She is a very decisive woman. She doesn't spend a lot of time thinking on something.
Yeah, I am not a big fan of the mayor at the moment.
I would assume owning a bar and having the luxury tax increased.
Yeah.
My club will be similarly hit.
I don't know. I don't think the mayor's all up to snuff.
She's definitely up to something.
Yeah, but the media leak that was there about the deficit, and then her PR almost immediately responding.
Mhm. Is there a way we can help each other?
I don't know. I mean, really, I don't have anything invested. Well, I don't have a whole lot invested in the city necessarily.
You have this place?
I do have this place, but that's mostly I mostly finance it, and I share ownership with it with my wife. I'm a
Is there a
doctor
way that
first and
I.
foremost.
Oh, really?
Mhm.
Didn't know that. How dangerous is this kind of existence?
I mean, if you keep your head down, not so much.
Hmm?
If you keep your head down, not so much.
Hmm. Yeah, guess I kind of gaffed on that one.
Well, then you just need to make your bed, keep your feet on the ground, get some solid context, stand in your own 2 feet, and don't get pulled down with the mayor if she falls.
I'm planning on that. One thing that I'm pretty certain that this position will allow is it will allow me to learn names of people that give donations, probably to the mayor, definitely to her organization. Now, I think if we were smart, find a way to ensure that if the mayor falls, those names and the power that this organization has doesn't. But that is a long-term plan.
It is a long-term plan. Like
Hmm.
like I said, right now just solidify what you have and make sure that it's yours and not somebody else's.
This is true. But I
Also
want to
make
know.
also make sure there aren't any rotten apples in the organization already.
Yeah. Hmm. How do you reconcile things like how do you reconcile your experience prior to this
Prior to
and
this,
it's weird. It's just weird to me. It's like I know these things and this information, but I haven't experienced it. It's odd.
you you're you.
I am me.
Right now you possess your own memories and the memories of your host. The first thing I got told when I got here was use your host. Use it as a shield. Use it as a mask. Walk amongst people. If you can, get them to underestimate you. You'll walk around for a very, very long time.
Short term. Is there a way that I can help you?
Me?
Hmm.
I don't know. I don't really have any pressing things at the moment.
The luxury.
Gonna roll a subterfuge.
Hmm.
Wow, that's probably the best subterfuge roll I've ever made.
Yeah, that is 4 successes. Damn. Well, let's do that perception, empathy stuff. Hmm. If I can bring up my character sheet. Let's see. Perception, empathy. Peony. Let's see. Oopsies.
Nice.
So,
When he says that he doesn't really have any trouble, there's just this kind of like you can hear the back of his heel sort of kind of just tap a little bit on the floor. Like he doesn't really want to talk about something.
hmm. I'm not here to. I'm not here to. Not here to cause trouble with anything that you have going on. But, if we don't help each other, at least, then what do we have? What sort of foundation can we propose to make?
Guess it depends.
The luxury tax.
No. Are you a fan of Emma?
Hmm?
Are you a fan of Emma?
A fan of Emma.
Yeah.
Emma Amelia?
No. The other one.
The other one. I don't know who you're talking about. I know Tyler. I know Amelia. I know.
Wait, you haven't met Emma?
I don't think I have. No.
The one that came in and proclaimed she was tyrant of the court of sin?
I have not met Emma yet.
Probably better for you. Emma is a demon. A devourer.
Hmm.
Used to be a devourer of great standing. Perhaps just below the archdukes. Her name, though.
I still don't know very much about the structure of our internal government.
How much do you remember of the days past?
Flashes.
Ah, that explains a lot.
Distant memories.
Do
Battles.
you remember the power structure of old?
Very little.
Okay, there were normal soldiers. Above them were the knights. Above them were the fell knights. Above them were barons. Then come the dukes, and at the highest of the high, there are the archdukes. You must never, ever, ever speak out the names of the archdukes. For they will hear you if you do, and they can find you.
And I'm assuming finding me is bad.
They're earthbound.
What exactly are Earthbound?
Do you sometimes feel pain, hatred, loss, anguish,
Torment.
torment? When we get consumed by it, our human hosts can no longer carry us, and we lose that barrier that we have between torment and sanity. That is when we choose an object to reside in, because otherwise we get pulled back into prison. And when we choose an object, we become earthbound, neither fallen nor host of heaven, but it's something entirely different.
If it's an object,
Truly demonic.
if it is an object, what danger does it pose?
Because it possesses an extreme amount of faith, an extreme amount of power, has cults worldwide dedicated to each of their names. I know the Archduke of the Alabaster Legion runs the Death Cult that spreads throughout the entire continent of Africa and South Asia. They all sing praises to his name.
That's where it becomes terrifying.
See, we gain power with just one or two people chanting our names. They have millions. And they're always looking for new followers, new servants, new slaves. And when you speak their names, they can find you. So you must never ever speak the names of the archdukes. Ever.
I see. Is it wrong to think of these people? Those that give us power. They need some form. They often need some form of leadership.
They do. Most humans are lost.
I hope
so
to
humans. Huh?
I hope to use this position as a way to provide some of that leadership.
Well, like I said, just make sure your own bed is covered and without anything tampering you.
What are the other places? Are there other beings of power within the city?
Wait, you haven't had that talk yet?
Who am I going to have that talk with?
Fair enough. Well, welcome to New York City then. Manhattan. Vampire Island. There's an organization of vampires called the Camarilla focused there. They are vampires that have dedicated to themselves to
Not showing themselves. They fabricate truth, lies, events. Everything they do is to hide themselves. They carry a modicum of humanity. Brother, they try. They're better than the other vampire groups I've encountered so far.
How do you know the difference?
because one will deny they're monsters, and the other will admit it and openly carry it out. No, let me rephrase that. One will hide their monster, and the other one will admit it and openly carry it out.
So we have mages and
Mages.
vampires.
Yeah, mages.
Mages are all over the place. Changelings as well.
Changelings.
Fairies.
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 Fairies are in New York.
Fairies are in New York. Yes, sir.
Huh. Are they friendly? Are they aggressive?
They're unpredictable. I myself offered them an olive branch once, and they decided to burn down a hospital.
Really?
Yep. Does your mortal host remember Mercy Hospital?
I think so. Let me do a quick wits roll. Yeah, I think so.
That got burnt down. Something about dark glamour or dark dreams emanating from the place. I don't understand.
Perhaps it is their own torment.
I don't know. I mean, it was pretty grim after what the bookkeeper did say.
The bookkeeper.
The bookkeeper. The bookkeeper. The bookkeeper is a member of my house, the Slayers. It has been around for about 2 more years than I have. Only he has fallen quiet. Don't know if he's still in the city.
Fair enough.
He decided it was time to kill a whole bunch of people there.
Hmm. What else is there in the city?
Werewolves.
Werewolves.
Central Park, do definitely not enter it. They'll tear you to shreds.
I am not nearly where I was.
I mean, we're all mere shadows of ourselves. Most of us are in the Bronx, though some of us are stepping outside of it.
Brooklyn is where I was born. My host, anyway.
I live in Brooklyn as well.
So what can we do? What do we do?
That's a good question. What do you want to do?
Well,
The court, as it is right now, is divided and doesn't really exist. We have Emma and the Rev.
the Rev.
Yeah.
Who's the Rev?
The Rev is a nickname from his previous host. He's a fiend. His human name is Sergeant Thomas. I think he was an ex-military officer of some sort.
Huh.
He's He's the oldest fallen in the city. Right.
Should I meet him?
Well, I don't know. He's a sniper and he has a particular dislike for gang activities. So if you're in bed with any criminal activities, I would suggest you avoid him. It's not like he has a high ranking position yet.
Fair.
Not unless the Court of Sins has officially staked their claim here and be like, yes, no, you don't exist anymore.
The Court of Sin.
Mm-hmm.
Is that something we should be supporting or not?
That is a choice that everybody needs to make for themselves.
Do you support it?
I don't. I respect the being known as Emma as the tyrant of the Court of Sins.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't mean I have to have an ounce of sympathy in my body for her.
People often confuse respect with sympathy.
The title of tyrant is worthy of respect. Whoever carries it, they are due that respect, no matter what. Beyond that, however, I don't feel the need to support this claim.
Were there to be another court, what would you like it to be?
Currently, the previous court here was named the. The previous court here was called the Lesser Key of Solomon. They had a tyrant. She decided to hand the tyrant position over to the Rev, and the Rev kind of just bowed down before Lolth. And then he realized, oh shit. Don't worry, what? I'm sorry. Rewind for a second, I wouldn't have said that name. I'm sorry. I'm tired from work.
Why wouldn't you have said that name?
No, out of character, I wouldn't have said that name.
Oh, okay.
I'm still tired from work.
Okay, I'll ignore it.
Okay, so instead of Lol, he'll say Emma.
Emma.
Mm-hmm.
I see. What does this Court of Sin represent?
I have absolutely no idea.
What do they do?
I have absolutely no idea.
Great.
They kind of just showed up, kicked around, and said, "We are boss now."
You're boss now. That sounds like fun.
Mm-hmm.
There's something of a disrespect.
Well, the only member we've met so far is Emma, whose name, by the way, and he'll write it down, and it's Thomas. I'll write down the name Wolf. Is this. Do I say that loud? She can hear us. Besides
Really?
that,
Yeah, if you call out someone's celestial name, they can hear you.
Huh.
And you can speak to them.
Really? I did not know that.
When meeting other demons, it's a polite form to introduce yourself with your celestial name.
Because then we know who we were in the past.
Have I told you who I am?
You've told me once. Sorry, my brain is still scatterbrained.
My name is Mayoria.
I am Meridan,
Near down.
keeper of memories.
Keeper of memories.
Even though my own is pretty fucked right now.
How do you get known as something like Keeper of Memories?
It's a difficult story. One that shouldn't be told right here, right now.
Fair enough. Is that some sort of title?
No, it's
not a title, it's what did Duke call me?
Oh. Okay. Is it wise to start digging into the past?
You'll find out more about yourself. You'll find out more about who you are. You'll discover lost powers. Backside is they might haunt you. Memories of those days, they often hit like a ton of bricks.
I think I should at least remember a little bit more than I do right now.
Well, what do you remember?
Nothing much.
Just your name?
My name, some battle, a few names. Nothing important. Out of character, he is legacy one.
Thought as much.
So, back to my original question. Perhaps there is a way that we can help each other. The new luxury tax is going to hit you as much as it's going to hit me. Do you have an idea of how you can fix that?
I'm currently brushing up on some finance studies. Getting to know how to move funds around, how to spare some money here and there.
I can help you with that. It's part of...
I mean, don't get me wrong, Thomas. Be appreciated, but like I said, make your own bed. Stand your own 2 feet. Helping others is nice, but you gotta make sure you got your bases covered. You
Of
just
course.
became the CEO of a pretty big organization.
I'm not the CEO. I'm the face.
Face. Fine, a face.
If I was a CEO, there'd be significantly more that I can do. But currently, there is a huge document sitting on my desk at home, detailing things that I can and cannot do.
Well, like I said, honestly, I'd first check out what organization you've just become the face of. Learn it, study it, go through its depths, and go back. That's where your attention's got to lie right now. Because when the organization falls and you're the face of it, you don't want to be in that position. Savvy?
Oh, I get it. No. My grand opening. If you'd like to come, you're more than welcome.
Sure. I'd love to drop by. Can I take a +1?
Sure.
Fantastic.
I mean, it's pretty much open. The general admission, the money, the drinks, the food, what you spend is going to go to the city. There's one thing my host did give me, and that is deep down, he has a great love for this city. He saw the entire city as a home. I get why. So hopefully we'll be able to find a way to make this city more of a home. That is what I'm hoping to do.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. I don't have, like I said, I don't have much invested in the city. I just have my own things.
Mm-hmm.
My own things are.
I can understand.
It's just, I'm sorry. It's just a thing. I don't like to draw a whole lot of attention to myself. Like, I can help people. Like, if this was a video game, I'd like to be the NPC. If you get what I'm saying.
I can understand.
The NPC knows stuff. It has stuff. Stuff that you can use. Stuff that you can buy. He's not the main face of it all. Truth be told, I'm not even that. I just sit here on my ass and do nothing.
And just sort of look. I'm not going to force you out into the open. I don't think I could.
Yeah, I probably will at some point. It'll be closer.
But there's something to be said for making actions quietly. I'll see what I can do with this organization, see what I can influence, see what I can change.
Good. Small word of advice.
Hmm?
Don't end up like our last devil.
Hmm?
Don't end up like our last devil.
How did your last devil wind up?
Remember when I mentioned Mercy Hospital?
Yes?
The last devil decided it was a good idea to fly there in his angelic form, hand over an unconscious girl, and scream to the massive population that was there. This city is now under my protection.
What?
That, yeah, that's what we all thought.
What?
Yes, that's what we all thought.
I'd like to think I have a little bit more intelligence than that.
Oh, excellent. We won't have this problem because, oh my god, the only solution at that point, because there was this massive amount of devout followers that was draining faith from them. So the only option really had left on the table, because nobody was doing anything, was to let the bookkeeper go and do his natural duty.
Yep, I definitely like to think I'm a little bit more intelligent than that.
That's good.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to do some digging, some personal and some extracurricular. I hope I'll see you and your wife at the grand opening. If I don't, that's fine.
We will definitely try and be there.
And Thomas will stand up. He'll finish the bourbon and just offer his hand.
I'll take it, shake it. It's been good talking with you.
Mm-hmm. Look, you have more experience than I do. And I don't want to be one that squanders advice.
Mm-hmm.
I understand. I do remember some parts. I understand where I come from. And I understand where you come from. Perhaps that isn't always amenable. Perhaps, as you have proven, some of my house can be susceptible to great amount of pride and hubris. If I ever do that, do me a favor, smack me in the back of the head.
And he will pull out and fold out the scythe with or without this thing. He'll put it back.
I guess I'll see you later.
See you, man.
With that, Thomas will walk out and back to his car, where he will drive home.
And he'll sit back down and he'll ponder going back to sleep.
And I think that is a great place to end the scene.
Yep.
Thank you, players, for playing. Thank you, watchers, for watching. This has been a scene for the Living World of Darkness, the Demon Venue. Have a good afternoon and a good evening.